Red Dead Redemption 1 is considered one of the greatest games ever made, and after finally getting around to playing it for the very first time, I decided I wasn't just going to beat it. I was going to get every single trophy, from gambling away all my money in poker, to hunting down Bigfoot, saving the Wild West from a zombie apocalypse, and somehow getting 3 trophies at the exact same time. This platinum turned out to be way more fun than I expected. So let's go get the platinum trophy for Red Dead Redemption. For our first trophy named Government Boy, we need to complete the first mission in the game named Exodus in America, where we hunt down the old members from our gang we used to run with, starting off with Bill Williamson. But instead of actually hunting him down, we get shot within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the game and nearly die. Luckily, we do get saved and unlock our very first trophy named Government Boy, which is, well, the first of 52 trophies. So yeah, we do have a long way to go. Now for our next trophy named Strange Things Are Afoot, we need to complete a Stranger's Mission, which is pretty much the same as in GTA, where you do random stuff for random people. In this specific mission, we find a guy spying on another man's house, and he tells us he mainly wants a place because of the water supply that's beneath the house. The old man living there obviously doesn't want to give his house away, so it's up to us to get it for him. We can either pay the old man for the house or, well, eliminate him. So shortly after eliminating him and going back to McAllister, we get the trophy unlocked. So after finishing up some missions, I decided that I needed a little break from the mission. So we went ahead and tried a trophy that involves gambling, baby! So for this trophy called High Roller, we need to win 2,000 chips in a single poker hand. Now the problem is, I have absolutely no fucking idea how to play poker, but we still went for it. This guy. So I did this for about half an hour, still didn't understand a single goddamn thing, and decided to just move on to another minigame instead, which is also where we get our next trophy called What About Hand Grenades. For this trophy, we need to play horseshoes and land a ringer in the minigame. Oh shit. Oh, you get 3 points for a ringer. What about hand grenades? Get a ringer in a game of horseshoes. So I then decided to go for an easy trophy named Clemency Pays, which we get for capturing a bounty alive, which honestly isn't that hard. We pick up these wonder poses that spawn around some of the main places of the entire map and just complete them. Doesn't really matter if the guy dies or stays, but capturing one alive is what gives us the trophy in the end. We then go back to the sheriff's station and give him back, unlocking us the trophy. Nice! Oh, there's a trophy! We then went ahead and played some blackjack, thinking it would give us a trophy, but for some reason, Rockstar did not add a trophy for blackjack in. But we still needed it for the 100% anyway, so it's alright. But I did keep gambling, this time playing Liar's Dice. I had absolutely no fucking idea how to play this one either, but somehow we still got the trophy called No Dice first try, so I guess I did pretty well. No Dice. Complete the game of Liar's Dice without losing a single die. With the money I won in Liar's Dice, I went ahead and bought some scrap, which is what you need to unlock outfits in the game. So pretty much, I bought the entire shop, and one of them was the elegant suit scrap, which ended up giving us another trophy. He cleans up so well. After that, we went ahead and kept doing some story missions, which is where we got the only missable trophy in the game, named Spurred to Victory, which we get for completing 20 missions without switching horses. Oh! Spurred to Victory. Spurred to Victory. Complete 20 story missions without switching to a new horse at a hitching post. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know how to switch horses, but cool. For the next trophy named Land of Opportunity, we need to complete the mission The Assault on Fort Mercer, where we will finally enter the place where Bill was hiding this entire time. But of course, he's long gone.
Bill run off to Mexico yesterday morning.
You'll never get him.
Javier Escuela. He's gone to see Javier Escuela.
Well, we'll find out later on who Javier Escuela is. Here is the trophy. So next I wanted to get an easy trophy since it felt like things were going pretty slow and I still didn't have that many trophies. So we went ahead and did the trophy Dastardly, I think that's how you say it, where I need to place a hog-tied woman on the train tracks and witness her death by train. I needed to do this, okay? I did not want to do this. After that we played some more poker, which of course we lost way more than I should have. So we went back to the story missions for our next trophy, gold medal. We need to earn a gold medal in any mission. Luckily we managed to get our very first one here. This was also the mission where we finally crossed into Mexico, which is probably one of the most iconic moments in the entire game. Thankful in this game though, we only need to get 1 gold medal in any mission, unlike other games.
What the fuck?
So we kept doing the story mission since at this point I wanted to complete the story as fast as possible so we could go ahead and start cleaning up the game. In the very next mission where we need to go inside a mine, we got our next trophy called Bullseye for getting 250 headshots in any game mode. Oh! Trophy! Get 250 headshots in any game mode. So after a full day of not getting a single trophy and mainly doing story missions, nothing really special happened during that entire time. However, we did manage to almost max out our honor, and our fame was getting up there as well. At this point our fame was only about halfway, but with all these story missions we could get up there pretty quickly. The reason we need this is for the trophy Man of Honor, Chivalry's Dead, where we need to attain the highest fame rank and either the highest honor rank or the lowest honor rank. We on this run did go for the highest, just because I was already almost done at the end of the game, but we'll get there later down the line. For our next story specific trophy named Sons of Mexico, we need to complete the mission The Gates of El Presidio. In this mission, Abraham Reyes finally finds out where Javier Escuela is hiding, so we join the rebels in an assault of El Presidio by driving a wagon full of TNT straight into the front gates. What the fuck? Why does he go? Why does he do that? Why do you go to the left? What the fuck is this? Now? Oh, finally. Holy shit. Fighting our way through the fort, we finally tracked out Javier, chase him across the countryside, and hand him over to the government agents, completing the mission The Gates of El Presidio, which gave us the trophy named Sons of Mexico. Sons of Mexico! Complete the Gates of El Presidio. Right after finishing that mission, we started the mission at a point in time where we helped Abraham Reyes and the rebels launch a full assault on Escalera. After fighting through the town, freeing some prisoners and causing absolute chaos, we finally catch up to Bill Williamson and take him down for good, giving us the trophy No More Fancy Words. So now I need a quick break from the missions, which is where we went ahead and did what everybody does when launching a Rockstar game. Shoot everybody and cause some chaos. Now why would we do that? Well, we were doing this for the trophy named Friends in High Places, where we need to use a pardon letter with more than a $5,000 bounty. So the first step was getting our bounty up to 5,000, which is pretty much the Red Dead Redemption version of getting stars in GTA. Now I have no idea how we got those pardon letters. I do think we get them from strangers after helping them, but as soon as we got one, we went straight to the police station and handed it over. The game then tells us everything we were wanted for, so check this out. But we do get 81 pounds of damn. Damn, okay. Friends in high places. So for our next story specific trophy named A Savage Soul, we need to complete the mission At Home with Dutch, where we sneak into Dutch's hideout up in the mountains to finally track him down, only for him to spot us, in the end send us right back down to the mountain. After completing the mission, we get our trophy A Savage Soul, and we'll be hunting him down later down the line. We did do some more missions, but none of them were specifically tied to any trophy, so we're not really gonna cover those. But for our next trophy called The Benefits of Civilization, we need to complete the mission and The Truth Will Set You Free, which is where we finally launch the assault on Dutch's mountain hideout alongside the army and fight our way through Cochine. Unfortunately, for some reason, my Elgato decided to stop recording properly during this part, so the colors are all completely messed up. But I tried to fix it, but I'm sorry for the shitty view.
You always got a plan, Dutch.
This is a good one.
The Benefits of Civilization complete, and The Truth Will Set You Free. So we finally head back to our family and reunite with them, and by doing that we got our next trophy called Into the Sunset, where, well, nothing ever happens and the Marston family lives happily ever after. Okay, I'm joking. John lasted about 3 seconds after walking out of that barn. Now a few years go by and we can finally play as Jack. He's all grown up now and pretty much just like his dad. More importantly though, we ended up getting 2 trophies here. One for the mission we just completed called Into the Sunset, and the second one being On the Trail of the Vaca for uncovering every location on the entire map. Now after almost finishing the entire story, there's only one mission left, which we'll check out shortly, but after finishing the main story with John, we were finally able to start the cleanup. At this point, we had only unlocked about 25% of the platinum, so now it was time to focus on the roads to 100. Okay, so I was just I was just going ahead and just doing some random missions. I did get a trophy called Long Arm of Mars. Killing 500 enemies with any rifle, repeater, or shotgun in any game mode. So yeah, that's that. Now onto the final mission of the entire game, at least besides the DLC, but don't worry about that. We go ahead and do a mission as Jack, where we pretty much hunt down and murder the guy who killed John, our father. And for that we get the trophy Nurture or Nature. Here he goes. Fucking sick. The last mission. Oh, trophy! Nurture or Nature, complete, remember my family. So starting now, we're gonna go ahead and speedrun through these trophies since there really isn't a lot to talk about here. But we get 2 quick trophies, one named Evil Spirits for completing some gang hideouts. And the second one called Exquisite Taste for purchasing a rare weapon from a gunsmith. Okay, so we did just buy a weapon. We did get a trophy, which is called Purchase, which is called Exquisite Taste for purchasing weapon, a rare weapon from a gunsmith. We bought the Mauser pistol, and that's what we got. So yeah. Now we're back to doing some hideouts, and after completing the Nozalita hideout, we got the trophy Insinit. That one. Nozalita! There it is! Instino Asensio. About 30 minutes later, we ended up getting yet another trophy for killing 500 enemies with any pistol. We just got another trophy randomly as well for killing 500 enemies with any pistol while we're doing a wanted thing. So, yeah. Now it's finally time for poker again, and well, this time I wasn't getting up until I was either completely broke or got that fucking high roller trophy.
Nicely played.
Please. What? Yeah. Fucking hell, this took way too long. What the fuck? At this point we went ahead and got the Hungarian half-bred horse, since we needed it for 2 different trophies. One of them was Bucking Awesome, which we get for breaking the Kentucky Saddler, the American Strand-bred, and the Hungarian half-bred. Luckily I already had 2 of the 3 horses, so this trophy popped instantly after getting the half-bred. Break the Kentucky Saddler, the American Standard bred, and the Hungarian half-bred. And since we were already there, I went ahead for another trophy named Heading South on a White Bronco, which we get for evading the US Marshals while riding a Hungarian half-bred. The US Marshals are pretty much the Red Dead Redemption version of the military in GTA. They're not really that strong, but it's basically the equivalent of having 4 to 5 stars. At that point you can either fight them or just run away from them. It does not really matter. So I got the police searching for me, waited for the Marshals to show up, and then escaped from them while riding the Hungarian half-bred, which ended up giving us the trophy. There it is! Heading south on a white Bronco. So after getting those trophies, we went ahead and completed 15 stranger missions, giving us the trophy People Are Still Strange, even though there are 18 stranger missions in total and we have to complete them all anyways for the 100%er. We only need 15 for the trophy though, so yeah, we got this pop up a little bit earlier. Complete 15 tasks for strangers. People are still strange. Okay, so we did finally get all the stranger missions done. Now the next thing that we are going to do is we're going for all these challenges, right? There's 10 ranks per challenge, so that means 60 ranks. And well, this is gonna take a while, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, one of them is already 9, one of them is 4, the rest pretty much 2 and 1. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, there it is. Frontiers, man. Obtain legendary rank in any ambient challenge. I now learned that I can clip shit. So we'll see, and here it is. I literally only sold Khan's Fang. And there it was. Instant trophy, easy, nothing too difficult, nothing too random. Shortly after getting those trophies, we unlocked the trophy Man of Honor Chivalry is Dead for attaining the highest fame and honor rank within the game. Okay, another trophy. I just shot a guy in the head. I didn't do anything else. So we're just gonna go ahead and get one quick trophy. Which is pretty much just this. There you go. The gunslinger score a headshot on an enemy using an expert targeting mode, which is pretty much just easy, simple. After getting that trophy, we went ahead and worked on the unnatural selection trophy, which requires killing one of every single animal species in the game, and honestly, I got pretty lucky with it. I'm glad I don't have to hunt some fuck-ass random animal. Yeah, I was so glad I killed everything I saw. After that, we cleared an entire hideout using nothing but a tomahawk, which ended up giving us 2 trophies. One of them was for completing the last hideout in the game, and the second one was Axe Mastery, which we talked about earlier, pretty much just completing all these mastery challenges. One of them was specifically for the axe, and we'd get that trophy easily. This should also get us a trophy. Yep, there it is. Austin Overpowered Heat and Tomahawk Mastery complete already. Complete all Tomahawk challenges. We then finish yet another one of those mastery challenges, this time being the Explosion Mastery, giving us the trophy Master Exploder. What I do want to mention though is that you don't get a trophy for every single mastery challenge in the game, only for the Axe Mastery, Explosion Mastery, and the very first mastery challenge you complete that we have completed a few minutes ago. Just so y'all know. 99.5. Okay. Woo. Well, now we gotta figure out where the 0.5 is. Fuck. Turns out the 0.5% we were missing was only 5 more wanted missions. So we went ahead and got those finished quickly, giving us the trophy for 100% completion of the entire game.
Bien hecho, güero. You are good work.
Let's go. Redeemed. 100% in the game completion stat. There you go. This stat was, I'm pretty sure, the longest part of this entire thing. With 100% finally done, we still had 3 more trophies left in the main game before we could fully wrap up this chapter and move on to the DLC. First one being fighting around the world for knocking someone out in melee in every saloon in the game. Second one being Manifest Destiny for killing the last buffalo in the Great Plains. And the third one, and the last one, it will be Barely Legal for killing and skinning 18 grizzly bears. So for the fighting around the world trophy, we need to knock out 7 people in 7 different saloons. So here are the saloons: Armadillo, Thieves Landing, Blackwater, Escalera, Chupacabra, Casa Madrugada, and Rathskeller Fork. After doing that, we unlock the trophy. There it is. The second to last trophy was Manifest Destiny, which we get for killing all the buffalo in the Great Plains. There are 18 of them in total, and they don't respawn once you kill them, so it's pretty easy and quick trophy. I already killed some of them earlier, which made it even faster. There's one more. There it is, Manifest Destiny. And for my last trophy in the main game, Barely Legal, I already had 17 out of the 18 bears killed, so this only took about a minute to finish, giving us the final trophy of the main game. Wow, 1 bear! With the main game finished, we could move on to the second part of this video, the Undead Nightmare DLC. Since I'm playing on PS5 version, Rockstar removed all of the multiplayer trophies and replaced them with the DLC trophies instead, leaving us with about 11 trophies to get. So from this point on, we moved through them as fast as possible. The story starts off with Uncle turning into a zombie. We never actually find out who infected him, but he ends up infecting both our wife and Jack as well. Unfortunately, we have to put him out of his misery by shooting him in the fucking face. The goal of the DLC is to find a cure and turn our wife and son back into humans. I'm not gonna explain every single mission in the DLC, but I'll do my best to keep you up to date with the important ones. On to the 2 big trophies of the DLC. One of them is Zed's Dead Baby for reaching 100% completion in Undead Nightmare. Yes, again. The second one is Mad Marston, the Trail Warrior, for attaining rank 5 in all of the Undead Nightmare challenges. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and start with our very first trophy of the DLC, the Downward Spiral, which you get for completing the survivor mission Curious Tales from Blackwater, USA, where we first arrive in Blackwater and start helping the survivors deal with the zombie outbreak. So after helping the people in Blackwater and talking to some of them, the trophy pops up and we get the very first trophy of the DLC. Trophy. The Downward Spiral. The next trophy is called 6 Years in the Making and is awarded for killing a Sasquatch. For everyone that doesn't know what a Sasquatch is, it's pretty much a Bigfoot-like creature. We find our very first one after talking to a stranger who claims that they're the ones responsible for all of this. What the fuck? Find and kill a Sasquatch. What I do have to say though is that they really managed to make this DLC as good as possible. I mean, even though the horses alone look amazing and have some pretty sick abilities. So we went ahead and did some weird survivor missions and well, some more flower picking missions for West Dickens. After completing 2 specific missions for him, we get the trophy, Judge a Man by the... Ooh, trophy. Also, in the DLC, there obviously aren't any gang hideouts anymore, but instead there are territories that need to be saved. There are exactly 23 of them in total, and if you manage to save all of them, you get the trophy spinning plates, which is exactly what we did right here. There it is. That's spinning plates. Have every territory saved at the same time during the Undead Nightmare. So we went crazy with missions and survivor missions, and the next trophy we got was the Superior Dance for completing Mother Superior Blues, where we helped the nuns at Las Hermanas bring Mother Superior a zombie for some very questionable experience and clear out an entire graveyard full of zombies, unlocking us the trophy. Of course, as soon as I pause, I get a trophy called the Superior Dance, complete Mother Superior Blues survivor mission. Eventually, we tracked down the source of the outbreak and found out that Abraham Reyes was responsible for all of this after stealing an ancient Aztec mask. After returning the mask to where it belonged, the zombie plague finally came to an end and our family turned back into humans, and we got the trophy on a pale horse. Oh, a few months later. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course, this is Undead Nightmare, so Rockstar couldn't just give us a happy ending. A few months later, Seth steals the mask again, the dead rise once more, and somehow John comes back from the grave as a zombie, but he somehow keeps his mind safe. What? All's right with the world. So with the story completed, we only needed 5 more trophies for the platinum. One of them being Chupa Thingy for finding and killing a Chupacabra, Fan Service for finding and breaking a unicorn, mowing them down for killing 500 enemies with a mounted weapon, Mad Mars the Trail Warrior for attaining rank 5 in Undead Nightmare challenges, and Zed's Dead Baby for attaining 100% completion in Undead Nightmare. Luckily, we were already pretty close to most of these, so it was time to wrap up the DLC and go for the platinum. So for the first trophy, Chupa Thingy, we had to first get the Hunter challenges to all the way to the max rank. After that, Chupacabra would finally start spawning around the map. It still took me about 20 minutes to actually find the thing, but at the end it was worth it. There it is, Chupa Thingy. For the next trophy, we went ahead and searched for a unicorn. Nothing too difficult here, we just had to find it and ride it until it became ours, giving us the trophy Fan Service. Trophy Fan Service, find and break a unicorn. With only 3 trophies left, we went ahead and knocked one of those easier ones. Technically, this isn't even a DLC trophy, but the DLC makes it about 100 times faster and easier. The trophy we're talking about is mowing them down for killing 500 enemies with a mounted weapon in any game mode. Honestly, I'm really glad I found a guide for this on YouTube, because otherwise I would have had absolutely no idea on how to get it done fast. There it is, mowing them down, kill 500 enemies with a mounted weapon in any game mode. Holy shit. After finishing all of the mastery challenges, the only one we had left was Undead Treasure Hunter. So after tracking out the final treasure and completing this challenge, we got our second to last trophy, which was also the final thing we needed for 100% in Undead Nightmare, giving us the trophy Zed's Dead Baby. Since it's the last challenge we had left, it also unlocked our second to last trophy, Mad Mars the Trail Warrior, and finally the platinum trophy, Legend of the West. All 3 trophy pops at the exact same time. Mad Mars the Trail Warrior, Zed's Dead Baby, and that is Legend of the West. You become a true Legend of the West. That is Red Dead Redemption's platinum done. And with that, Red Dead Redemption was finally complete. Between the main story, 100% completion on Undead Nightmare, gambling way too much, and hunting creatures that probably shouldn't even exist, we managed to unlock every single trophy in the game and earn the platinum. This was platinum number 49, which means we're now only 1 platinum away from the big 50. In the next video, we're going to be going for the platinum of Minecraft and actually going for the 100% completion. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!